What is your favourite snack to eat whilst writing?
Say a square of dark chocolate probably, and I'm going to pretend I always do stop at just the one square.
Do you treat yourself when you have completed the first draft of a book?
I like to have a proper sort out of my writing room when I finished a book to clear through all the piles of notes and scraps of paper I've accumulated, but I don't think that really counts as a treat. A treat's a good idea though, yes. I like the thought of a set reward for all that hard work, so perhaps I should start doing that in the future.
What is your favourite thing to do when you have completely finished a book?
Sometimes I manage to time it so that I finish a book just before I go on holiday, which is perfect. Then it feels like I've really earned my time off, and going somewhere different helps clear my head ready for the next project.
What is your favourite children's book ever written?
Oh, that's a tricky one because my favourites change all the time. I think at the moment I'd probably say The Last Bear by Hannah Gold. I did love that book.
If you could invite 3 children's authors to dinner, past or present, who would you invite and why?
I think firstly I'd invite David McKee, who wrote and illustrated the Elmer the Elephant books and the Mr. Ben books, partly because I used to enjoy watching Mr. Ben on television when I was little, and also because I like the dark humour of some of his other picture books like Not Now Bernard and The Sad Story of Veronica Who Played the Violin. I think he'd have some good stories to share over the roast potatoes. And I'd probably also invite Derek Landy, author of the Skullduggery Pleasant series. Even the dedications at the fronts of his books, they're just really funny, so I think he'd make everyone laugh. And lastly, I'd invite Tove Jansson, author of the Moomin books. I'd love to hear all about her life in Finland, and maybe if I offered her an extra slice of cheesecake and asked very nicely, she might draw me a picture too.
If you could co-write a children's book with another author, who would you like to write with and why?
How to choose from so many amazing authors? I think maybe Andy Stanton, as his Mr. Gunn books are such brilliant fun to read out loud. And I also think he must have had a lot of fun writing them. I think I'd enjoy bouncing around wacky ideas and jokes with him for sure.
If your shortlisted book were to be made into a film, who would you like to play your main characters?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one too. I think ideally I'd like to see some young unknown actors landing the roles of Ember and Oldolf. But for Fred I'm going to say Judi Dench and maybe Steve Martin as Necromalcolm. He always makes me laugh and it would be fun to see him playing a really evil character for a change.